Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate Santana. I am a wife and a mom of 14-month-old Olivia Joy, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can start Montessori at home if you have $50 to spend. So this is the second video in a series. The first video was how you can start Montessori for free, so go ahead and check that out. I will link it up here or up here. I don't really know where, but you'll see it. And disclaimer that I said in my first video as well, I am not die-hard Montessori. Everything that we do with our daughter is not Montessori based. However, I do really enjoy the principles, and I have found that when I use it and when I implement it at home, Olivia is much happier, much more engaged with what's happening around her. She likes to help out, and she likes her toys a lot more when I display them or purchase them according to Montessori principles. So we have found that it has worked for us, and I want to share everything that I've learned because I hope that it will help you. I totally know what it is like to have a child at home who is bored, whining, cranky, whatever. These tips have helped us out, and so I'm hoping they will help you as well. Please subscribe if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more of them, and please like this video and give me a comment on what your thoughts are on Montessori. Is it something that you use? Is it not something you use, and why? So today is all about spending $50. To be honest, I could make this video about spending $30 because there's only one thing that I think you absolutely need to have, and it's $30, but 50 is a nicer number. So we're gonna go with 50, and I'm gonna give you a few suggestions for those last $20. So the first thing that I think you should do before you go out and purchase anything is actually to get your playroom ready. This isn't something that I really talked about in my last video, but it does cost no money. You want to declutter. If you want to do Montessori, you want to have a beautiful play space for your child, and that means that things aren't just thrown into a pile. There's no toy box that's just like a catch-all for everything. I'm actually going to do a bonus video this week on how I organize my toys and do a toy rotation inspired by Montessori, of course, so that toys don't just end up piled on top of each other in a toy box that my child doesn't want to play with. So you can check that out as well. But the first thing you're going to want to do is just put away or donate or sell toys that your child doesn't play with. And if you're really into like heading towards Montessori, I would also get rid of anything that's flashy, battery operated, or just too much sensory overload for your child, because Montessori says you really want toys that do nothing, that your child has to do the doing, if that makes sense, and they have to be the one to engage with the toy in a creative way. The toy isn't going to entertain them, they need to use it to entertain themselves. So the first thing, and hopefully you're going to see lots of clips off to the side of this being implemented in our home, the first thing I think that you should buy is a lat child table from IKEA. Now, everyone that I follow, every video that I watch, every Instagram mom, they all have this table. So you've probably seen it before if you're looking up Montessori videos, but it is super cheap. It is $30, like $29.99. It's really easy to put together, and it is the perfect size for a toddler. So in the beginning, we did need to lift Olivia on and off the chair, but now we don't have to anymore. She's starting to learn how to get onto the chair and off on her own, so it really is the perfect size for her. I think that this table is perfect for Montessori because it helps me to implement a bunch of things that Montessori said right away that honestly I wouldn't have been able to do without this table. So when we first bought the table, we started giving Olivia snacks and some meals sitting here. So Montessori really believes that eating once the baby is weaned, they even believe at 6 months you should put the baby in a weaning table. This is not a weaning table because a weaning table actually has like wooden pieces that aren't just on the child's back, but on their sides as well, so they can't fall out of the chair. This is close to a weaning table, and at this point, my child was in a booster chair for a while, so she's fine to just be at this table and not fall off. Obviously, we watch her. But Montessori really believes that children should have plates, they should have cups. They believe in glass or like a glass cup and a plate that's made of like ceramic or whatever the adult plates are made of. Not gonna lie, we don't do that all the time. Although I'd like like to get her using her glass cup more. But Montessori really believes that children should start to understand that things are breakable, that there are things we need to be careful with, and that consequences happen if you aren't careful with the things that are in your care. So you're really teaching your child how to be careful at the table. You can also teach them manners, how to sit at the table and stay there, how to get down when they are finished, making sure that they get down carefully. I right away started to have Olivia carry her plate into the kitchen. Okay, bring me your plate. Get your plate. Get your plate. So that we could wash it together, and she can also set the table as well. She loves the table. We've had it for maybe 2 months now, and my husband uses it more faithfully than I do, to be honest, because sometimes I like to have her in the booster chair so I can just be in the kitchen and get work done. But within this past week, no lie, it's like she knew I was making this video. She hates the booster chair. She won't even eat in it anymore. She tries to push the tray away from me when I try to put her in there. Like, don't push this tray in, don't strap me into this chair. She wants the independence of sitting at her table. It makes her feel like dignified. It makes her feel like she's independent, like she's grown, like she has a place that's hers and she wants to eat there. So this week I found myself several times putting her in the booster chair because I want to do something in the kitchen, and then she won't eat and I have to bring her food down to her table, and she like gladly finishes her meal. So this works absolutely, and your child will love the fact that they get their own chair and their own place to eat. Aside from that, we do coloring here, we do crafts here. I've brought in things from outside like flowers, leaves, and let her inspect them while she's sitting on the table. Sometimes she just likes to take kitchen tools and bang them on the table and make noise, but she really does like sitting at the table to do different activities, which I think is really important as well. This table can be used for such a wide variety of purposes that I absolutely believe if you want to teach your child independence and you want to teach them according to Montessori, spend the $30 to get this table. It will be worth it. Okay, so you have $20 left over if you're spending the $30 on that table. And honestly, you could just stop there and save the $20. But I have a few suggestions on things that you can get. The first is to get yourself some sort of containers if you don't already have them, like a wooden bowl or wooden bowl set. I've talked about this before, but we put puzzle pieces or anything that needs to be constructed into a toy. We separate the parts in wooden bowls, and Olivia, it works like magic. It's crazy actually how she will go over and play with things when the pieces are displayed in a wooden bowl, and if they aren't displayed like that, she won't play with the toy. So it's like this magical invitation to her to come over and play. So I would get some bowls, I would get some other containers that you can keep toy parts in, or stacking baskets. So we have these two. These are from Love Every, which I did a review on if you want to check it out up here or up there. And these baskets go inside each other, so you could easily, especially if you thrifted it, go to a store and get some containers that you can more nicely display your toys instead of using a toy box for those last $20. You could also get arts and crafts supplies, finger paints, crayons that are like thick for toddler hands. You could get paper, and you could get a bib if you need to, like a arts and crafts bib. I will link everything that I talk about down below. So you could get arts and craft supplies for those last $20, because Montessori definitely talks about having art incorporated into your toddler's day multiple times a week to allow them to be creative. We also know that fine motor skills are really important in Montessori, so allowing them time to practice painting, coloring, etc., doing things with their hands is really ideal. You can also, with those $20, get a cleaning kit for your child. We have a broom and a dustpan, which Olivia knows what they are and knows how to use them. Not well, like she's not good at it yet, but she knows they're supposed to be swept on the floor, and she is extremely intrigued every time that I use them. I actually try to use hers now just to show her and then hand it to her and have her try, so that she's trying with the exact same broom that I just swept with. It helps her to see what she's supposed to do with it. honestly, she still sometimes tries to like eat out of the dustpan. So I'm like, no, don't do that. I'm trying to get her to see that like once it's in the dustpan, that is garbage and we're gonna throw it away. But you can definitely get cleaning supplies. I'm gonna link a Melissa and Doug one that I actually really love and wish I had gotten because it has more than just a dustpan and a broom. Okay, lastly, if you already have those things like arts and craft supplies, cleaning supplies, or containers for your child, the last thing I would say you could try to get with those $20 is books. And I will link another video that I did about choosing books for your toddler based on Montessori principles, and I highly suggest looking at that if you're interested in how you can choose books for your child. I suggest spending those $20 on books. I am like itching to get her more books actually, because I feel like we've gone through all of the good ones at the library and I just feel like she needs more books. And I know that Montessori says only put like 4 to 5 books out at a time, but I do not follow that either. We have so many books out and she goes through so many of them, so I really feel like you can't go wrong with some good books. In conclusion, I hope that this was really helpful and that you know the things that you can do for $50 to start incorporating Montessori at home. Little things do make a big difference. I have one video left in this series, which is what you would do if you had $100 to spend to start Montessori at home. But to be honest, at this $50 mark is the vast majority of what we've done to implement Montessori. So all of the free things, plus the table, plus some cleaning supplies and some art supplies for her. And I think that we have a Montessori inspired home that I feel really good about. Again, we are not like purist for Montessori, but we do have a lot going on here that helps her and that I have gleaned from Maria Montessori's work. So I hope that this was helpful. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Make sure to check it out. And here's a little Olivia dance party to end the video out. Have a good day, guys.